Just a general rant, nothing specific. Just been thinking about how deeply and profoundly I've been screwed by the Mandela effect. And my heart goes out to the large multitudes of people that are suffering from the same thing. Um, and we're not talking about a small group. I personally know dozens who retain the same memories and same things that I've gone through. And alongside the Mandela effects, the personal glitches and changes, which I've gone over in previous videos, but just as a very quick overview and rundown, we had a microwave in my kitchen, and it had no label or logo in front of it. We had this same microwave for years. One morning I woke up and there was a big logo right in front of it. It's called Westinghouse. And I confronted my wife and I asked, "What's going on? Why do we have this logo on the microwave?" And she said, "It's always been that way." And then another one, I'm not even sure if I've gone over this glitch in a previous video, but it had to do with where I worked. Um, Several years ago, around 2017, I started a job as a patrol driver for a security company. And I was scheduled from at starting at 3 p.m. to 11 at night every day. And I did this for months. And one day I come in and they had schedules posted on the wall. And the schedule with my name, it said 3:30 to 11:30 every day. I come to my boss and I ask him, "What the hell? My schedule has always been 3." And my boss and the manager said, "No, it has always been 3:30." And I said, "Since I started working here, which was about 3 months ago?" And they said, "Yes." This doesn't even include other places I've worked at, which is a couple of jobs later, another patrol job in which this massive apartment complex that I worked in every day again for months had this beige color to it. And one day I pull up and it's a mix of beige and white. Both lots of white buildings and lots of beige buildings. It was a total of like 15 buildings in this place. It was never mixed. They were all beige. But now part of them are beige and part of them are white. But I've been reflecting a lot last few days and just reminiscing, just having this deep internal memory in my soul as a child, 8 years old, in Tucson, Arizona, where I lived at the time. Even though the sun was hot as hell over there, and I would still play outside for hours and hours. Not just in my teenage years as well, and years after that. And I would still remember in clear, vivid memory how that glow of the big yellow sun and the rays would shine on my face and feel like it was giving me life energy. And it was providing my soul with life. And how, even though it was 100 degrees, 110, I still played tennis. I still played basketball and baseball and everything else. Now, even though I'm getting in shape And there were periods of my life where I was in great shape. I can't bear being in the sun more than 10 minutes. It beyond drives me insane, especially today, which is why I'm making this video. It is absolutely robbing me of life. How I'm even able to survive in this shit for years now is beyond me. This is one of the worst things you could do to a soul like me, is to rob me of my sky. And I'm not just talking about how much the sun has changed, the moon and the clouds and the stars, all of it just looks like a caricature, a cartoon show, a Truman Show bullshit copy of what it used to be. And I'm sick and damn tired of not knowing what's going on. And for those of you that watch this, you'll assume I'm insane. I'm mentally ill. That's okay. I could care less. Because I know in my heart and my soul what I know. And I know the truth. And the truth of what I used to know here as life on this planet. Planet I no longer recognize one bit. And this is one of the primary causes of my pain, sorrow, and depression over all these years. How many years exactly? I don't know. I always go back to a certain event which I think changed everything. And for me, that was the Japanese Fukushima tsunami event, March 11th, 2011. I don't know. Did our consciousness just shift to a darker, more AI driven reality, which is exactly what it feels like? Did that event actually cause an extinction level event? It certainly had the potential. Fukushima had the potential of killing off the entire Pacific Ocean. And this is not me saying this is mainstream scientists saying this. So, or are we in the exact same spot we've been in since then? All I know is that I know in my heart and my soul that I will find out the truth soon. This doesn't even include all the general Mandela effects that the public knows about, the popular stuff with Shazam and Mandela himself and all of that. Absolutely. I have all the same memories too. Seeing the commercials for Shazam, writing a paper about Nelson Mandela in high school, and remembering as clear as day of how he died in prison and how he spent something like 18 years in prison, maybe longer. But it was a very clear memory. I don't know what this twisted evil crap is going on here, but it's evil and it's dark and I hate it. And it should not be allowed to happen, but yet it is. Assuming creation is eternal, however, which it is, we have to also look at the possibility that all variables and all possibilities have to be experienced as the Godhead splitting into countless souls. Maybe this element of our collective wanted this in this cycle of Earth. And by I mean this cycle, it's an eternal recurring cycle, as is every other universe and every other life form. It just deviates slight changes and slight patterns and cycles eternally. The Earth never began, it always was. The solar system never began, it always was. And it always will be. just wanted to get this off my chest on just how unbearable. I don't understand how people work outside. The landscapers that are right around the corner. I used to be able to work outside just fine, hours a day. I did landscaping too in Florida. I lived there for 6 months. Burning hot sun back in 2007, able to pull it off just fine. Now you can say, oh, you're just getting older. You're 32 now. Things are harder. No, I can't work in the sun. I do work in the sun now, but I always have to stay in the shade. I always have to wear glasses and a hat. If I don't do that, my blood pressure goes insanely high. I start feeling very sick. I start feeling like I want to puke. I start feeling like my skin is burning and hot, and it's an awful experience. It's like somebody's putting a magnifying glass on my damn face. All the rational people out there, all the so called mainstream science types, tell me what the hell's going on. Am I just delusional and in need of therapy? Go ahead, tell it to my damn face. Come over here. Or are you going to say it's man made climate change and global warming? Okay. I suppose it could be, but that would just be very odd and just wouldn't fit what I'm feeling and what I'm sensing in my soul. Like something wouldn't add up in that case. There has to be something more. I mean, yeah, I will agree the world is warming. It's getting warmer. Ice caps are melting. Things are getting hotter, breaking records. There are also places in the world that are getting colder, and this is a fact. So it's not just a single thing. It's a variety of changes. Anyway, now that I got that off my chest, I just want to let all you guys know that have been affected by this. I love you and that I understand you and I'm there with you and that we're in this together, not in the sense of the thing that I won't talk about, not in that. We're in this together. We're going to find out what's going on. It will be revealed. I'm not going to give up hope.